It's too many.
That's
All
10
right.
too many.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cinestro Core. It's your boy Blacksby, and today we are talking the 97th
Seven.
Oscar, 97th Oscars, and Invincible season 3. If you don't know, now you know.
No.
And if you do know, you about to know more gooder because we talking
Now
Oscars,
you know,
baby.
Mr.
Give us
President.
the Academy Award for Best Podcast. Yeah.
Cinestro Core, the cast. It's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in. Stay tuned.
You're
I'm off the bean right now. I'm off that juice. I'm off that juice. I'm off that
Which
thing
bean?
right now.
Jim Bean.
Jim Bean.
Oh, that Jim Bean.
I'm off the Academy. I'm off the Academy Award right now. We turned up. Welcome back to another episode of the Cinestro Core. It's your boy Blacksby. We talking about, of course, 2025 Oscars. A lot of fraudulent activity going on in the Oscars right now, bro. People trying to tell me that they did not watch these films. How are you an Academy member and you did not watch Dune, bro?
That's your job.
That's literally your job.
They doing too much.
They doing too
They
little.
doing too little. Yeah.
Doing too little.
They doing not enough.
They're gonna be doing nothing when I find their ass.
They ain't doing it how we doing it.
Yeah. New
They're gonna need a
tagline.
Messiah the way they doing it. Oh, we got that, but that's
New
okay.
tagline.
I got it.
They not. We're making that our new.
Someone say
they're
that.
not doing it.
Someone say that us here at the Cinestro Core are doing too.
Too much.
Too
Too
much.
much. Are doing too much. Doing too much. Apostrophe much.
Apostrophe.
Two TEW.
Doing
too much. Doing
The
too
Baltimore
much.
pronunciation.
Now we're Baltimoreans. Now we're from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Glorilla.
Shout out Maryland.
She's not
7
from
p.m.
Baltimore.
Fry. It's
She's
95
from Memphis.
degrees.
I swear she's from Memphis.
Yeah, you're right.
She's not from
Memphis, my
Baltimore.
bad. Balmer.
Not all
This
black-
was like Young Dolph, my goat.
Stavi's
not
from
all
Balmer.
black people are from
Balmer.
Baltimore, bro.
Balmer.
And Baltimore.
I'm from Memphis. You
Bottom
know
hole.
I thought about Pippen or
R.I.P. Rest in power, Young Dolph.
no,
My goat.
What a king, man.
Speaking of goats, let's
goats.
talk about.
Speaking of goats,
let's
Shit
talk
visible.
about Timothy Chalamet.
No.
okay.
It's Invincible.
We're not talking
Invincible
about
first.
Invincible
Yeah, we're
first.
talking-
Yes.
let's get this bullshit.
Get that
out of the
bullshit
fucking
out of the
way.
way.
Yeah.
We're talking
Okay.
about ass
Who's
first.
going first?
I'll
All
go
right, look.
first.
Yeah.
I'm 2 episodes
Go for
in. Dog shit. Don't want to watch no more.
Dog shit series. This I've never seen a show lose so much good grace as it's gone on.
Seriously,
It is.
so
It's
bad.
like it first. It was good, and then it hit a plateau, and now it's just like fucking sliding in a dog shit, like getting it all over its feet. It's fucking horrible. Fuck this show.
It's
Fuck
that
everyone
bad,
involved.
dude?
The animation's bad. The story does. That you can say, oh, the story is
It's
really good. It
worse.
still doesn't compare to the
It's
comic.
worse.
It's not as good. It's a pale imitation. You know
Bro.
that you see what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. That's what I feel about this show compared to the comic. It's not good. It's not good. And the celebrity voices are pissing me the fuck off. Aaron Paul,
Kill
work
yourself.
at a Starbucks. You fucking untalented hack. Fuck you. Fuck
Bro,
you.
no.
You make me
Jesus
reconsider how much I hate fucking what's a bitch ass
Breaking Bad?
No,
Bryan Cranston.
no, the guy I hate. What's my
Anthony Ramos.
Anthony
Anthony
Ramos.
Ramos.
Anthony Ramos looks like a fucking
Marlon
a
Brando
rising
next to
star
you.
compared to you, you fucking animal. Fuck you, Aaron Paul. And AZ, you
You talking
said
about
that
Aaron Paul?
episode was good, and I
No. You know who's
I believed in you.
You know who's worse? Stephen Young. I love you. Don't do this shit.
Stephen Young is doing great.
He needs that paycheck.
No.
Stephen Young is doing
Not
good.
doing
If he
great.
keeps doing this dog shit, he can keep doing Mickey 17. I
He's
forget.
not.
Listen,
He's
bro.
not doing. He's
Let
not
me
doing
tell
that
you
bad.
something.
He's not doing that bad.
Let me tell you something.
He's
I
not
think
the
he's-
worst.
Let me tell you something.
He's nowhere
The
near
voice
the worst
acting-
part of this show.
The voice acting in this entire show, nobody's doing good. The only person who's doing good is like Walton
J.K.
Goggins.
Simmons.
And that's about it. And J.K.
Walton
Simmons.
Goggins is incredible as
And that's it.
That's
Walton
Cecil.
Goggins and J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
Everybody
Simmons
else,
low-key fell off, but it's mostly because he has
Kaka,
nothing to do.
Yeah, he's standing in a prison talking mentally to Alan, to
He's
Seth
talking
Rogen.
mentally.
To Seth Rogen.
Sounds like
Mind
fucking
you-
Cookie Monster.
Mind you, Seth Rogen is actually outshining everybody else too because everybody is dog shit. Dog shit. These niggas is not voice acting, bro. The line delivery so bad. Eve,
Are we spoiling?
Eve. I'll spoil all this. Spoil it. I don't care.
We spoil
I don't
it?
care.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
no.
have-
I wanna hear
This dog shit little tacked on fucking story about Rex and fucking shrinking Ray, who in the comics at this point is already fucking dead, is already digested, is already a piece of shit coming out of fucking Komodo Dragon's asshole.
Tell them, bro.
Pointless and stupid. They're trying to make me feel bad for Rex, and you don't need that. Him dying is a tragedy on its own. He doesn't need to have a fucking girlfriend that he could have gone away with her. Oh my god, so sad. Just let him die next episode. Fuck you, Robert. You fucking fat piece of shit. Fuck you.
This is insane.
Well,
I'm so
Holy
mad about this
shit.
fucking
What's
shit.
the opposite of glaze
So-
maxing? What's the opposite of glaze maxing?
I think this is hate maxing.
Hate
This is
maxing.
pure hate
Hate
maxing.
Straight hatred.
Look,
This is what
I didn't know I
Kendrick
felt
saw-
this strongly
this is
until I
what Kendrick
started
saw
talking
when
about
Drake,
it.
Jesus
when Drake started
Christ.
talking shit. This is what Kendrick saw when Drake was talking shit.
look.
I haven't seen
Look.
a rant that passionate since I shit on Peyton Reed, bro.
To,
What the hell?
to feed off of what Gerardo was saying and really redeem my opinions on
You
anything
can't shut the fuck
ever
up.
again. Look, I said the Aaron Paul episode was great and that I actually really liked it. But every single time where I start to hate Invincible and then I like it again, I start to realize I just
Stockholm
really
syndrome.
love Invincible as a whole.
The
If
comment.
I see something, if I see it in motion, I'm thinking, oh, wow, that's a really great episode. That's not really what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is that part in the comics was great. I do remember.
You're
that.
reminded
Kinda
of it,
like when,
and it's like you're remembering, and your brain's like, yeah, good. Give him dopamine. Give him dopamine.
Yeah.
Give him dopamine.
Yeah,
but it's not
like
good.
when like when in Star Wars they introduced Glub Shido for the 70th time, and
I
everybody
love
jacks
that
in
guy.
their pants.
I love
That's
Glove
how
shit.
I
Everybody's
feel.
like,
That's
everyone's like, this is pretty good. This is good.
No,
remember
for
something
like when
like
I was
Yeah.
watching this most recent episode and I saw Powerplex's little stupid pucks glowing, I was like, "That's so good. That's a great visualization." But then I heard Aaron Paul's fucking head cold sounding as, "Tell me you want this. Tell me I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor." Shut
Okay.
the fuck up, dude. Please,
To-
for the love of God,
be
see
fair,
a fucking acting coach.
If I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but I feel
You're not.
like in the comics they did a little bit less good of a job of fleshing him out and why he hates Invincible, because I really remember it going straight to, well, the courts won't listen to us. Let's frame my wife and son as kidnapping victims.
Let me
I remember
kidnap
like
my
that
wife
was the
and son,
lead.
and then they look
Yeah, I
like
remember
Rosemary's
doing, like,
Baby at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think the show definitely did a much
Great
better
movie.
job of making you feel for this
Fuck
guy,
that guy.
right? And I think that was much more well represented.
I think it was better written.
in the comics.
The
It was
problem
better-
is
yeah,
the fucking acting,
yeah.
quote unquote, on that bullshit, man.
On a rewatch, I don't know what I was thinking. Aaron Paul, I love you as Jesse Pinkman. However,
That's literally it.
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
I think your voice acting does need
Don't
a bit more work.
Don't forget Need for Speed.
Because-
Go to the movie.
His acting in
Just
general
mentioned it.
needs help, bro. His acting in everything is bad. He's not good.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Paul. no,
I
Yeah,
think,
don't
I
say nothing
think
bad.
Aaron Paul just needs to have
for our
a
visual
role
viewers.
that's a role that not only brings out the best of him, right, but in a show that's much more well written, to where the material, even if it's presented by
No,
him,
because he was
still
in.
elevates
Again,
material.
he was
Again,
in- he was
the
in
writing was
Westworld.
not the issue here.
Okay, but
It's
it's also
Aaron.
in Westworld. What does his character do that is of significance?
Nothing.
Exactly
He's the main
my
character,
point.
though. He's the main character, though.
Exactly my point. They just wrote a character. That guy doesn't do anything, right?
But
Compared to,
also,
like,
a good performer can elevate bad writing. Now, if you have bad writing and a bad performer, you have bad performer. You have
King
absolute
Kwan
dog shit.
in Love Hurts. Movie's dog shit. He's fucking fun. He's good. I love him.
Jason Statham, the Beekeeper.
Marshawn Lynch
not the
was
greatest,
incredible in that movie.
Not the greatest.
In contrast,
Sure.
Gal Gadot in literally anything. Dog shit actress.
Does not matter what she's in.
I will say
She could be in the Odyssey.
The
Dog shit.
Definitely in this episode, he was more of the much weaker voice acted people. I do like the character stuff they are doing, but the Carrie stuff, fuck, Jesus Christ, my brain. The character stuff is not necessarily carried very well because those moments I feel like aren't left enough room to breathe, because I think I fucked myself over knowing the original comic and knowing its story, because even though this is week to week television, they are fucking snapping through it, getting as much as possible. And I understand, you know, you want to be able to move all of it faster for more general audiences, you know, get more and more people who weren't like.
Well, it's also a lot of story to tell.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You can't have 10 seasons of Invincible. Stephen Young's gonna be making $2 million per $10 billion per episode. If you keep that up, they can't. So they're trying to get through this. A lot of this story as quickly as possible, and it's suffering because of it.
They spend more on mid casting than they do on the animation.
Yes, I took it out of the exact same thing.
Yes. We've always agreed on this.
Those couple $1 million that they're paying Aaron Paul, you can use to pay your fucking animators to animate good shit. Cast a good voice actor to voice a character. They're doing this stunt casting. It's bullshit,
guys,
dude.
I love Doug Bradley. I think he's a very talented voice actor. I think he's iconic. I think you can find 15 motherfuckers who sound like him on TikTok.
Yes.
And pay a fraction of it. And yeah.
Pay me $1,000, I'll do it.
Legitimately, the only people
y'all have heard my
Venom.
Like... Y'all heard my Venom.
The Venom is
go ahead and give us a
like
sample.
That actually bums me
what
out.
Is it? Let's see, do it again.
Yeah.
Remind the fans.
Hit the Venom, hit the Venom, hit the Venom.
Eddie, we hunger.
It's so good.
Say
Eddie.
Say Eddie, we hungry.
What's the guy from Candyman? That's who he sounds like.
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd.
Yeah, it sounds like the Tony Todd.
Tony Todd.
Should I do
because he's black?
Should I do my Iron Fist?
Well, I mean,
no. Wait till I've had a shot, and I'll do it with you.
I'll do my Mantis.
I want to
we
say
are undefeatable.
Hold on. Let who's speaking, Graham or Easy?
But because of like how fast they're blazing through everything, there's not very many moments where I feel like I get to really sit with the characters and really learn something about them, because their arcs will start one episode and then be immediately resolved. Like one of the greatest examples I think of this is where you really notice it is in the second season when they did that mid-season break.
Yes.
Right? When you go from like, I think it's like the third episode, and then there's that 5-month break, and you're really sitting there.
That's when I stopped.
Wow.
That's when I had.
It
took me a year
worse
to get
for
back
wear.
into it.
He's in a terrible situation. You're like really processing it, and then you get to that next episode, and it is solved within like the first 10 minutes, and you're like,
and then you watch it.
What was I waiting for?
Screen again. You just start thinking of slurs. You start getting angry.
Also, I don't remember if they changed. I don't know if they changed his name or they're just not going to do the storyline. But Amber,
they're not
boyfriend, and I don't. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank
they're
God.
not.
Okay.
I don't think so,
How do you
because
know?
they made him a dweeb. I don't mind that. I don't mind
I'm gonna
that.
say in
I
comparison.
don't love that storyline.
Hold on,
Like,
Graham's saying something.
Y'all too that like read the comics and obviously like love that shit. I have like 4 homeboys that
Compendium 1.
love
Compendium 2
this
on the way.
they and like
The
even
show?
this new season, I'm telling them like, you know, and even after that mid break, I haven't watched that second half of season 2. And I haven't like yearned for it just because it doesn't seem as captivating or like as
not bad shit.
I think that is also a factor of it, but they love this shit. And like every week,
Really?
like, dude, it's just like getting better and better. And I'm like, okay, that's
It must be nice to not know the comics. Do they not? Do they not read them?
No, they know nothing about it. Yeah,
maybe like Easy said, maybe I did myself a disservice by reading the
as
fuck
someone
out
as someone
because
who
there's
hasn't,
nothing that can stack up to it.
as someone who hasn't read the comics, I also don't like the show because I think,
I
despite the
love
fact
the
that
first season.
Wait.
despite the
Hold
fact
on.
despite the fact that I haven't read the comics, I can feel that the storytelling is rushed and the animation is bad, and that frustrates me. And if I'm watching a show that's animated, I want the animation to be good. What the fuck are we talking
exactly.
about? And so it's
Exactly.
boring. It's uninteresting to look at,
It's,
and it
looks
feels like we're
Commandos.
yes.
Like
Let me
it's
tell you like this.
This is $1 trillion fucking company.
Mm-hmm.
That's what blows my mind about it.
Yes.
That's why, like,
Let's
I
put
won't
it-
give it my
And
attention.
I think that
Let's
makes
put
me
it in
even more mad
comparison.
about it.
I would much
Put it in
rather watch
comparison
that
to
new
another,
Spider-Man show than Invincible because it has a stylistic art style and it's different.
Yeah, it makes a choice.
Graham,
Yes.
Graham,
It's good.
you've watched the Lord of the Rings War of the
Rohirrim.
Oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know that. Like, look at that. Look at how amazing that looks. How much care was taken into that. How much time they put into it. This is, like you said, Amazon is $1 trillion company or more. Whatever, quadrillion or whatever fuck new numbers they come out with. They
Base-
make
the
new
base-
numbers
Batman
out of
money
here.
level
One
company.
Jeff
Big
Bezos
ass
billion.
number. Jeff Bezillion dollars.
Bazillion.
No, how can you have this much money and this shit looks so bland and stale?
Yeah.
I don't want to spend 4 seasons watching. And
Dog shit.
Gerardo and AZ have read more deeply into Invincible. I just now started getting into Compendium 1, Compendium 2 on the way. I'm finna lock in and see what the fuck Thrag doing and all that shit. But
what the fuck did you call me?
He's getting lined up.
I'm getting lined up. He can make my shit straight, boy.
Thrag's edging.
Thrag
is
make my
edging
shit
hard
straight.
as fuck.
Vicka.
Edgelord.
No, for real, I'm trying to get into Invincible and like the show. If I can find a way to go back to whenever the first season came out and tell myself just stop after this and read the comics first,
which is
I
what
would,
I did
because that will change my perception. Right now, I'm like, I don't want to read the rest of these comics because I'm not interested. It's taking me out of the zone.
Damn.
You know, how, like
Damn.
season
bad.
one of the
Hurts to
boys. Season 1 of the boys came out, and I was like, "This shit is crazy." Am I gonna go read the boys comics? After a while, I found
It's
out
like the
hell
opposite
no.
of the
show is
boys.
not the same.
It's like the opposite of the
Don't
boys
do
because
it.
the show's really good and
And
the comics
the
are
comics
kind
are
of
dog
dog
shit.
water.
It is dog
Yeah.
shit. But the
Dookie
comics
dog
of
dog
this
shit.
is good. It's like if we had Civil War, the comics of Civil War, and I was like, bro, let me watch the movie first. And I'm like, shit, this is something else. Let's see what the comic talking about. No. See, you cannot do that with Invincible.
Yeah.
Invincible itself. When I picked up Compendium 1, when I ordered that shit, shout out Amazon once again because I ordered it came in like
No,
20
fuck
days.
Amazon.
No,
Don't
fuck
shout
yeah.
out.
No,
Fuck
listen,
Amazon.
listen. I said fuck Amazon, but shout out for them delivering that shit to my doorstep because
Shout out to
I couldn't,
Drive.
I couldn't
Good
find
save.
it anywhere. I
Shout
could
out
not
to
find it anywhere.
bourgeoisie.
Jeff Bezos, you a bitch.
That's you.
Anyways, thank you for putting that comic book on my front door.
Anyways,
I started reading. I was like, man, this shit is actually interesting. If I had started with this comic by itself before I actually watched the show, I'd probably be more invested. But just like y'all two are saying, like the show is detracting from the actual like sanctity of the comics itself.
yes, literally the sanctity of the comics. Yes,
That's the issue with that's my main issue, not only with this show, but with a lot of the Amazon
That's
shows.
my problem with
honestly.
reading in general.
With reading. I'm illiterate, bro.
I'm functionally illiterate.
I don't fucking know. I be reading TikToks, bro.
what's reading, bro? I be
If the
reading
TikTok,
TikToks.
if
is
the
crazy.
TikTok AI voice doesn't read it to me, I don't hear it.
Yeah,
There
and
was
Minecraft
a-
has to be playing on the bottom.
Read Invincible.
There was a moment.
Subway Surfers.
I think it was. Is it in the 3rd episode? I believe her. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where they're having that conversation with Oliver on the rooftop as to whether or not Omni-Man could ever be
it's
like
it's this
redeemed
newest one.
or
It's this newest
forgiven.
one.
Yeah. Okay. So that is one of my favorite through lines of Invincible of what doing the right thing is, and it doesn't have like a hard and fast rule on it. It doesn't like
Let me
sit on
guess.
the fence
And the
either.
show said,
It
"Fuck you"
says-
and your favorite theme about
says-
the comics.
The
Essentially.
overarching theme is not necessarily just finding normalcy as a superhero and being your own hero, but also not playing by like a traditional hard and fast rule of what other people say is right or what you thought was right. It is knowing that your morals are ever changing, that they're ever growing, that they're ever always going to change, and what the only judgment you can truly trust at the end of the day for how to handle the situation and do what's right to be a hero. Essentially, what it means is to make the tough calls when you can, doing things like taking a life and all these other things that you're exactly
that right there.
Exactly. That's
how I knew.
I need a superhero show that says it's okay to fuck bad bitches and make money.
That's but then it also plays.
That's what Invincible Inc. is.
It also plays with this realm of like mortal gray that is a through line throughout the show, compared to like what Oliver was saying about how Omni-Man may have killed all those people that day in Chicago and through that rampage.
How many did he
save? But does that eclipse how many he saved? Can he ever be redeemed? And these were really good, thought-provoking questions.
Themes
that just get cast in the fucking side.
Yeah. But let's be clear. Let's be clear. They also kind of do that in the comics. They do that in the comics. They're like, hey, you can't. Spoilers for comics. I mean, it's a very small spoiler. They're like, hey, that shit you did wasn't cool. We're segregating you to the moon or whatever the fuck. That's all it was.
Yeah. They but the thing is,
there was no trial. There was nothing big.
As much as it feels like glossed over for his redemption,
we got to do that to Elon,
right? As much as it feels like glossed over in the comics for his redemption,
on Pluto,
based at the pace that was volumes upon volumes, right? That was prelude to the Viltrumite War territory, but that was long.
It was
fucking after Conquest fight, right? It was still a long while away. Due to the fact that they are hitting both the entirety of the Invincible War as well as the Conquest fight. The Invincible War, which spans, by the way, the Invincible War, I've gone back and I've started planning on reading some of the tie-ins. The reason why I thought it was so short in the comic is I was wrong, is because there's a bunch of fucking tie-ins to it. It was an image-wide publishing event that they're going to condense down to one episode.
It's like how Civil War had those little tie-ins. Where Wolverine was doing some random bullshit.
It's like condensed to like 12 pages or some shit.
Yeah,
it's like an issue.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just like it feels with like the breakneck pace this is going. It's going more for member berries and set pieces over substance, and that's I'm really not liking it. Like you look at a show like
the
that's
set
made
pieces
by a
don't even
company
look
with less
good.
money, like what
exactly
Pantheon.
Don't even look
Pantheon. I recently finished Pantheon, which has a similar art style to Invincible, and not only does it play so incredibly well with its medium because it has people as like digital avatars of themselves fighting within the cyberspace. It plays with that manipulation of reality really well, utilizing its space and all of its
what in the code Lyoko?
Almost.
That's a throwback. That's an iconic pull. Iconic pull.
It's done so seamlessly.
Thank you.
And 3D, and then even the fight scenes while they're flying, it feels fluid. It feels powerful. It feels like there's emphasis behind it.
Invincible could never.
Where everything feels so flat. Like
static.
The prison escape, I think if you took the music out of it, right, where he's fighting the dragon at the prison,
it's
that would be one of the dullest action sequences.
Yeah, there's a prison.
What is that?
Because I feel like
it's the third. I think
I'm on episode 2 right now.
That's Mr. Liu.
You'll forget, Matt.
Bro, trust me, I will.
Forget it.
If you have the displeasure of watching it,
it's just
you'll realize what we're talking about.
It's just,
let me tell you something.
You know what
Let me tell you something. This show is so forgettable, bro. I've watched 2 episodes. I forgot what happened in the first one. I'm on the Cecil throwback episode right now. I'm like, what is going on?
It's not as good as
he's fighting some motherfucker named Knuckle Buster
because there's no Brit.
The
Iron and Iron Fist, Timu Iron Fist. Like, what is going on? And then like my brain is already so. Hey man, I'll do it right now.
Don't.
No. The truest. No, my brain is so disconnected from this show. At this point, I'm just watching it because we have to cover it on the podcast. Yeah. I'm just watching it.
We don't have to.
We don't have to.
I'm hate watching
the other one
because
I haven't either.
Not to beat a dead horse, but the voice acting keeps taking me out. The animation is another beast to conquer, but the voice acting alone is taking. Stephen Yeun is like, even last season, whenever he's like, I will not let you hurt my face, or whatever the hell he said, I was like, yeah, nah, bro. Get that shit out of here. And then the animation itself looks so sloppy and
it's just it's dude, when you have a show that whose medium is animation, right? It's you already have inanimate objects, non-living human beings. The voice acting has to be incredible, or else it's going to feel flat and dull and boring, and that's exactly what it feels like. And if you have flat, dull, boring animation, and then flat, dull, and boring voice acting, and then the story is subpar and rushed and
then the
mediocre.
action is two PNGs being dragged to each other. You don't have a lot to look forward to.
Exactly. It's not exciting. It's not. It's just
I'll
bad,
rewatch
bro.
Dragon Ball Daima over all 3 seasons.
No, Daima hard, bro.
I'll watch
Daima's hard, though.
Marvel Rivals porn that just dropped on Twitter before I watch this shit.
Whenever the American voice of Goku said in that clip of was it Super? Nah, not Super.
It was Battle
Super.
of the Gods where it's like, I will not let you destroy my world.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my
God.
God.
Let you destroy my world.
Oh my God.
Dude,
That's
he's
beautiful
unreal.
voice acting.
Unreal.
I said, this guy, Chris, he's fucking cooking. No, it's not Chris. Chris is Vegeta. My fault.
I think it's Sean Schemmel. I think it's
Sean. The Goku guy was
fucking
streaming. He was streaming.
Why didn't you?
They had him like say some abridged lines, that are like off the wall, and he's so good. He's so fucking good.
There's definitely
there's voice actors out there that they can get that aren't just these A-lister celebrity people that they think have this pull to watch these shows.
But you know why they do that? It's called stunt casting for a reason. They know they don't have a good basis. They're like, people are gonna shit on this. They're not gonna watch this show. They're not gonna follow through. So what we need to do is draw them in. The story's not gonna do it. The animation's not gonna do it. The action's not gonna do it. So we need to cast famous people that put butts in seats, essentially, to get people. We need them to bring their fan bases along with them so that they can watch this fucking bullshit ass show. Yeah, essentially.
Also, the other problem I have with the voice acting too is that they keep recycling voice actors, bro. You already asked in one character. Why are you gonna pollute the rest of the show, bro?
Like what?
Get that shit out of here, bro.
They keep using the same actors because it's cheaper.
Yes, niggas broke as fuck.
And they're broke as fuck, and it's Amazon.
Nah.
So this is fascinating.
The best voice. Sorry, V, not to interrupt you.
I'll go for it.
But the best voice actor or actress on this show right now, besides like Walton Goggins doing his thing, Grey Griffin, aka Grey Delisle, who's voiced like a million fucking characters.
Goat woman.
She's so good.
Catwoman.
If you know, she's been freaking Azula in Avatar. She's been, oh my God, I can list her entire filmography right now.
Frankie from Boston from Imaginary Friends.
Good. She is too good. She's done everything and everybody. Yet she's surrounded by these plebeians, these losers all around. You overpaid goofs and goblins. Don't ever in your life voice act again, please.
Genuinely, the people in this show they can keep. Grey Delisle, Walter Goggins, J.K. Simmons. Everybody else, take it or leave it.
No, Steven Yeun.
Boo boo caca and dog shit. No. He's the worst offender. He's the worst offender.
Steven?
Yes.
Look,
Mark's
defend your boy.
Doo-doo and ass.
Steven Yeun is an incredible actor, but I feel like the majority of his performance works when I can see him. I don't have any familiarity with his voice work prior to this, but holy shit, he has like the same 3 pockets.
I thought he was
as
someone who hasn't seen the 3rd season, he's one of my favorite parts of the first 2 seasons.
No,
who is Steven
Yeun?
I agree.
Steven Yeun is not ass.
I disagree. I 100% disagree.
He's not ass, but it just sucks when you put him aside from a person who's better than him at voice acting. It shows. For instance, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is dog shit. He's only doing his voice.
J.K. Simmons is phoning it in. He just has a great script. That's the issue.
Yeah. But the thing is,
tripping,
even
bro.
when J.K. Simmons does only his own voice, he's one of those few voice actors that I feel like can get away with it. For instance,
I agree.
Compare Steven Yeun to
he's great.
who's Tara
He's also
Strong.
in Destiny.
That's
Tara Strong does like 3 variations of her own voice, and
that's what I'm saying. That is a mid fucking. That's mid.
And she's a Zionist piece of shit.
But she has
she lost my
amount
respect.
of range. Same thing I'm feeling with J.K. Simmons. He has that range that's there. Now, the person who I've never had a problem with once, and that's just because I love him in everything that he's in, Walter Goggins.
Good. Walton
Goggins. This
Walton
man
Goggins, my goat.
has the range of the Hammer of Dawn from Gears of War. That is, there is nothing he doesn't hit.
Because he's a good actor in general.
Yeah.
And everything he touches, I have no no negative notes about him in whatever he's in. He's in this fucking show about Navy SEALs. Bro, he's in this show about Navy SEAls. I was locked into that shit. I'm not about the American propaganda.
Principles, he is one of the funniest people I've ever seen.
Yes.
Righteous fucking bride.
Righteous
Gemstones. And he's incredible. And then he plays the ghoul.
Go.
All right, take that off the screen.
Turn that up. No, put it up. Put it on the screen.
That ripped picture?
He's fucking jacked. He's talented. He's hot and he's jacked.
And he's bald.
Errado, tweet it from the page right now, bro.
I'll tweet it right now, bro. I'll send it to the group chat.
Send it to the account. We posting that
in spite of the fact that Walter Goggins looks like a handsome Andrew Jackson.
You saying Walter?
It's Walton.
It's Walton Goggins.
This is just like
Martin Scorsese all over again.
Listen.
What did he call him?
Look,
he called Francis Ford Coppola Martin Scorsese.
That shit killed me, bro.
I think this one's arguably better.
One of the comments on TikTok was literally like, "How do you cover movies and you don't know who Francis Ford Coppola is?"
Brother. What cartoon did he make? Did he make
That's exactly?
Yeah, that was Wes Anderson.
There's no cartoon.
I don't care. A relevant ass director.
Anyways, so how are we feeling about Invincible season 3 thus far? What are your thoughts about the future of Invincible?
Ass juice.
I don't have any genuine faith or watching the show from the perspective of someone who's actively interested in it. I'm watching it merely as a sheeple fan of Invincible and the sheeple fan of the Invincible media, like the actual comic itself and the story that is contained within there. I want to see certain things committed to motion.
The word is therein.
So I as far as in that capacity, I will continue to watch the Conquest fight primarily because I hope to God that they have 3 seasons worth of their missing animation budget and put it into this fight because
they won't.
That is one thing I've been thinking about. Because compare the Thraxan fights to the last fight with Omni-Man.
Yeah,
I think there's a jump up in quality there. If the Invincible War and Conquest fights don't look fucking stellar, I'm out of this show completely. I'm done.
1,000%. That's where
really?
I'm not with it.
Wait.
I don't want to hate watch. I'm just not gonna watch it. There's other shit I can do with my time.
I'm with Gerardo. I'm with Gerardo, but there is only one way. There is only one thing that I'll check in for in a later season, and I know it's because the dinosaur is the best character. I fucking love dinosaurs.
See, you guys' love for the show, the reason for the comics is the reason y'all gonna keep watching this dog shit.
I'm gonna watch the clips on YouTube.
I'm watching it for dinosaurs. All right, I'm not watching it for Invincible. All right, I don't care about Vince. Fuck him.
Is that his name, Vince?
Yeah, Invincible.
Vincible.
First name is, last name Vincible. That's like you know the joke on like the Arkham subreddit where it's like they call Batman man or like the Joker the Jonkler. That's for the Invisible subreddit. They just call him Vince. That's the running gag we have.
Jonkler is crazy.
The Jonkler.
Spooderman. Okay, so like we said, what's y'all's expectations for the rest of the show?
The first name, the most ass show.
My expectations are low.
Very
What's
low.
your height?
I think
low hell.
Height. All right, rest of the show.
On 1 to 10 or 1 to 5?
1 to 10.
Okay, good. Because 1 to 5 was gonna hurt more. 1 to 10, I'm like a 4, dude.
Damn, Jesus
It's,
Christ.
Wait, let's find out. What season is
it's
this?
3.
One,
This is season
2,
3.
3. That's my height meter. 3. Ass. In Mr. Fantastic, Invincible.
Gerardo?
I said 3, bro. I'm not with it.
Damn.
I'm not with. I'm not hyped.
Holy
I
shit!
can't be hyped for this.
That's crazy.
And compare this to when
Anti-hype.
we first saw Invincible, where I knew nothing about the comics and I was theorizing. I was like writing down. I was like, dude, they're like the super cool space variants, blah, 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 a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I'm so far gone from that.
That's so sad.
Robert Kirkman,
all
fuck
your
you.
joy.
I hope your fucking dog has lupus. Fuck
Whoa,
you.
whoa.
Oh, God damn.
Listen,
What did the
Damn,
dog do?
Poor dog.
Whoa.
What the dog doing?
Robert
What the
Kirkman,
dog doing?
Dying,
Ryan
hopefully.
Otley, I have nothing but the utmost respect for your work, and I do indeed hate what I'm assuming has to be some sort of like
Ryan
massive.
Otley. Don't let them
massive-
bastardize your fucking work like this anymore.
Listen,
I won't allow it. I will handle it.
I know this has to be studio interference. I'm so confident it has to be because I
No,
refuse to believe
he's signing
Ryan,
off on it.
Ryan,
He's-
I
he's
remember
signing off on
that
it.
shift at the end of the comic where the drawing style turned dog shit. That's what happened to this whole fucking show, and you need to fix it, Ryan. You personally go into Amazon Studios and then handle it.
Put your balls on the table and do what you got to do.
Tell them I'm Ryan
do
Big
what's
Cock
necessary.
Otley, and this
I'm
is
Ryan.
my
I'm Ryan the Hog
Cockley.
Otley.
Ryan
I don't
Cockley.
fuck around.
This is how you draw an impact frame, god damn it, and then just slam it on the desk.
Here's my fix for Invincible, bro. Simple. 2 things.
Mhm.
Hire voice actors. Pay your animators.
Hire the
Hire voice
motherfucker from
actors,
Fallout. I don't
Pay your
care.
animators. Three things. Let your animators have time to cook. All this bullshit talking about rush deadlines, bro. Fuck you. I don't care. If I gotta wait for it to be good, I'll wait. I don't need this shit to come tomorrow. But if it comes in like a week or 2, and that shit good, I'll watch it.
I don't need it.
But if
I don't
you
need it
niggas
tomorrow.
at Amazon,
Thank
so
you,
long
Matt,
as
for
when
that.
it comes.
if you
I
niggas at
For that
Amazon,
incredible insight
Jeffrey-
on how to make.
Jeffrey,
He said,
bro,
"You want the show to be good? Do
Jeffrey,
good
bro.
shit."
Jeffrey,
Just be good.
Really
Jeffrey,
breaking
Bezos,
the mold
good.
here,
You
man.
want good?
Bezos.
You gotta put good. In.
Yeah,
Bezos.
put good in to
Jeff-
get
make
good
good.
out.
They make it better for good.
Joe, bro
Jeffrey,
might actually
bro.
be Sam Wilson. That was a Sam
Jeff-
Wilson ass speech.
Yeah, that's how we talked out Red Rock.
You
Let
a
me
good
tell you
job.
something, Jeffrey, bro. It's real simple, bro.
Just stop
price-
being angry.
The price of greatness is high, but that's a price I'm willing to pay.
Is that
All
what he
you gotta
says?
do. No, that's what
It's a
Steve
segue,
says
hold on.
in that's what Steve says in Winter Soldier when he
He
was
never said that.
he did. He said the price
He never said that.
he said the price of freedom is high,
He didn't say that, dude.
but that is a price I'm willing to pay. And I'm willing to bet. I'm not gonna go into that whole quote. That's another that's another episode. Anyways, we know this shit ass. We know this shit not good. And we know this shit somehow gonna win awards, just like some other bullshit that's gonna win awards at the Oscars, bro. I'm talking to you, Emilia Perez. I'm talking straight to you. I'm talking directly to you.
Matthew's coming out as never mind.
In his transphobe era.
I'm coming out. I'm coming out on my anti-racist shit.
That's
that
right.
bitch. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Carla Sofia Garzon,
Gascon.
kill yourself. I don't care.
I ain't say
I don't
that.
care.
I ain't say that. I ain't
I
say
don't give a
that.
fuck how that dirty Frenchie says her name.
She's Spanish.
Garçon.
Worse.
Garçon. Oui, oui.
I don't care how
je
that
m'appelle.
fucking colonizer
Oui, oui,
says
mon
her name.
ami.
She racist.
Croissant.
Ugly.
Croissant escargot.
Her movie Boo Boo Dog shit.
Yeah,
No, I'm shit for her.
What movie was she in this year?
A movie
Boo.
called Emilia Perez.
It's called. It's gonna steal the
movie.
Oscars because some niggas can't vote right. They didn't even watch
for real.
Dune 2. Anybody. First of all,
They didn't watch
before we-
anything
before-
else. If
before we get deep-
Emilia Perez, oh yeah, go ahead.
Before we get deep in the Oscars band, I just want to glaze Dune 2 real quick, bro. I just gotta. This movie's not gonna win shit at the Oscars.
It's gonna win two Oscars.
I have to let you know
Four.
right now. I have to let you know right now, brother. I have to let you know right now, my brothers and sisters watching this podcast and listening to this podcast. Four. Dune 2 is the greatest film to ever come out.
2024.
2024.
Okay. Are we done? Is that it?
No, I'm not done. I'm not
done.
I'm not done. This is my top. This is my Top Gun Maverick. This is my Top Gun Maverick.
No, stop him. We're not doing that shit. We're not doing this shit.
Mute his ass.
Don't stop me.
How the fuck did he start on Top Gun already?
Fade Routher, my goat, my bald king.
Why is he here?
Chalamet.
We got spice production under control.
What is he?
He said he was tweaking, bro. Bro was tweaking off a bean right there. You see my man's
bro's off that Nazi meth.
Bald
he was on that Reich meth.
The CTE was in that man's Harkonnen blood, bro. The CTE
Do we want to go over the nominations?
Yeah, I'm scrolling through them right now. And this is just a
what are we doing? Am as Luis the Oscar expert, the cinema
expert, the fucking dork who listens to the big picture.
Gonna give you his who's gonna win and who should.
Shout out big picture,
real quick. Just like last
back
year,
in my good graces.
Just like last year, Luis is gonna give us the rundown of the Oscars.
I'll make it quick. I'll just tell you what should win,
who is gonna win, and who should win.
I'll tell you who should win.
So we'll start right at the top of the list. Actor in a leading role. And your nominees are Adrian Brody, The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet, Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing, Ray Fiennes for Conclave, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. It's gonna be Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Is gonna win.
Should it be?
And it should be
AI slop.
Adrian Brody for The Brutalist.
No. Coleman Domingo.
Thank you for your time, Luis. You're done. It should be Timothy Chalamet for Dune Part 2.
Okay.
I'm seriously surprised.
It should be Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, but
it should be Sing Sing. If Dune 2 was nominated, I'd go with
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Shalama.
I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats.
I hate that fucking speech, bro. Fuck that bitch.
I like it. You gotta have a guy with some ambition.
He's the highest earning, the most popular, famous motherfucker under 30 years old.
And he has aspirations until we get there. I don't see an issue there.
I don't see an issue with that at all.
He's not saying I want to make the most money. He says I want to do the best.
Okay,
he wants
so
to
let
give
the
us,
work.
He wants
let
to
the work. Let the work speak for itself. Don't go up there and say this is what I want.
This is a whole other argument.
Anyway,
listen,
watch your mouth when you're talking about my boy Timothy.
Dune 1, Dune 2.
Interstellar.
He doesn't know any of his other fucking movies.
He was in 2 minutes of Interstellar.
That motherfucker can cook. Let him cook.
He's a great actor. He's the next Leonardo DiCaprio. I get it. Just be humble, bitch. Be humble.
He's not
the next humble. He's not saying he's the best. He says I want to.
He said I'm inspired by Michael Jordan, by Michael
God
Phelps.
forbid a man knows sports.
Those are the greatest
motherfuckers. We said we would move on, and we're not moving on.
Is Timothy Chalamet the greatest actor of all time?
Shut the fuck up. Best actress. Best actress. Go to best actress.
Anyways, we'll go to actor in a supporting role. This one is pretty cut and dry. This guy has won every precursor award. He's won everything before up to this point, and it's a clean sweep. It's gonna be Kieran Culkin for Real Pain.
It shouldn't be.
It should be Guy Pearce for The Brutalist.
Fade Rauta.
Sure, Austin Butler could have gone. I think it would have been better than Edward Norton, The Complete Unknown, who I did not like. But
he wasn't bad. He was middling. Bad. He was there.
You know who's a better supporting actor than Edward Norton in Complete Unknown?
Johnny Cash. Boyd Holbrook.
Big boy. Michael.
Yeah. Kieran Culkin he's won literally every award up until this point.
Me and Gerardo going win as Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash for Halloween.
Who's Johnny Cash?
I'm Johnny.
He's Johnny. He gotta be.
You'll be Bob Dylan.
I can do the Bob Dylan voice.
Do it.
You can. Don't do it right now. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Bob
I don't want
Dylan,
to be embarrassed.
Sing
Don't do
us a song, little piano man. Is that him?
That's Billy
That's
Joel.
Billy
That's
Joel.
Billy Joel, you
Billy
fucking
Joel.
animal.
You
No, Bob
fucking
Dylan.
charlatan. You're
That's
0
how-
for 2.
That's
Hold
how,
on, bro,
that's
I
how
got you.
fucking irrelevant Bob Dylan is to Mexico.
No, listen,
bro.
bro.
We don't fuck with that
Come
man.
gather around there. And that's what I got.
I love that song.
That's a great
Masters of
song.
War makes me
Yeah.
cry. Love that
Anyways,
song.
next. Actress in a leading role.
Actress in a leading role.
Nominee: Cynthia Erivo, Wicked, Carlos Sofia Gascon, Emilia Perez, Mikey
Boo,
Madison,
boo.
Honora, Demi Moore, The Substance, Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here.
Let's run it down. Mikey Madison, it's her first nomination. She's not going to win.
No,
Carla
too young.
was outed as a racist. She probably won't win. The Academy does love racists, though. She
They
might
do
still
love
win.
racism.
But
She
only
might
if
win.
you're a man. Only if you're a man.
Cynthia is black. They're racist. She's not going to win.
She's not
There you
winning.
go.
Fernanda Torres, I
Unfortunately.
never saw I'm Still Here, so I can't say anything.
I
about
Demi
did.
Moore
She's
might
not winning.
win.
Demi
She's
Moore.
not
I think
winning.
it's Demi Moore.
Hey,
It's
Demi
Demi
Moore.
Moore.
I think
Please.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore
For-
winning.
for
We're
Tariq-
watching The Substance this weekend. We're going to find out.
It's awesome.
For
Demi Moore-
Wow, you're just not sawing it? Yeah, dude,
Really?
it's great.
I haven't
It's
seen
great.
it. Is
Oh,
it
dude, it's
scary?
fucking
Is it that scary?
horrible.
It's awesome. It's not scary, but
No,
very,
it's not
like
scary at
the-
all. It's a thinky
Yeah,
movie. You
The
think
body
you
horror
think
in it
about it.
is,
Niggas told me-
nasty stuff.
Niggas told me Romulus is scary. I walked in there straight faced. I was hard as hell. I'm
No
not scared
piss
at
on his
all.
leg that time.
None of that. Not that.
Romulus got my
He
ass.
saved it for when he got
Demi-
to the car.
Demi
like a
Moore-
man.
Demi Moore has the whole it's time, she's due, she's never been
Yeah.
nominated, she's never won
It's a
It's a
anything.
comeback movie.
She's
also-
Yeah,
she's
got
50
it, dude.
years old, it's time. And she
Older
has
blood
which in
Hollywood,
Hollywood
type of
means
situation.
a
I
Yeah.
think,
She's also,
I think
They
she
love
definitely
her.
has it.
she's also a good actress, bro. I don't
No,
She's
care what
very
they-
good in this
I really
movie.
like her in this
This
movie.
is if they're talking
Granted,
about it's a gimme award, whatever.
Dennis Quaid was better, but
He was awesome in that movie, bro. He was fucking awesome.
he's so
You don't-
evil.
was
I
so
My
love
goat,
him.
gross.
my goat. No,
Just playing Vince McMahon the whole movie.
Demi Moore's gonna win.
in the
I
RFK
personally
movie
think-
will go crazy.
I personally
she
think
should win.
it should be Mikey Madison. That movie is incredible, and she's incredible in that movie. And I feel like the Academy really likes Honora. But you're right. This might be the one. This might be the one category in which they don't give it the win because it's probably going to win everything else it's nominated for. So Demi Moore,
No, not
I'm
Best
happy
Director.
with it. I'm happy with it. Whatever. Actress in supporting role nominees: Monica Barbaro, Complete Unknown. That's a sneak.
No,
Ariana Grande, Wicked. Felicity
No.
Jones, The Brutalist, also a sneak.
sadly, no.
Isabella Rossellini, Conclave, sneak. Zoe Saldana, Emilia Perez. So this
She's winning. Zoe's winning.
out of
Zoe's
all,
Always
winning.
got that one.
out of every category, Zoe has she's
She's
won
winning.
everything. It's
She's
a
in
lot.
like the top 5 box office movies of all time.
Exactly, and that plays
Like,
into her
Zoe's
narrative.
Yeah.
Whether you think so or not, that plays into her narrative because that means people in Hollywood like her. She's made a lot of people a lot of fucking money,
Yeah.
and she works. And she's she's like a staple of Hollywood. And this is like her first time being nominated for an award. People are like, "Oh yeah, I know her. She's good. We
That's
like her. It's
Gamora.
time."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gamora. Exactly. That's
That's
Avatar
Gamora.
girl.
I know her.
And so, and look,
The
and this is,
Navi.
and to be fair, this is
Nah,
the weakest. This is the weakest category. Monica Barbaro, she's great. I love her. Was
She's
not
phenomenal.
She didn't win anything else.
Way
except-
too hot for that role.
Agreed. Way too hot to be Jane
Also
Baez.
true.
And
Too
she's just
talented
not.
for that role.
She's
Top
not in
Gun
it.
Maverick.
She's not in it enough. To be fair, she's not. She shouldn't be nominated. Same with Isabella Rossellini. That's just a legacy award. She's a Hollywood icon. Whatever. She's in 2 minutes of that movie. Felicity Jones. She's in the worst part of The Brutalist, which is the second
Yes.
half of the movie. Her accent not great.
It's
Her
Felicity Jones
character
in
isn't
Rogue
great.
One that
Yeah,
plays-
she's the chick from
for
Rogue
AI.
One. She's a great actress. I like
yeah,
her.
yeah.
This movie, this role
She
is
deserved
not-
better. The movie
Yeah.
did her a disservice.
I agree.
Mhm.
So Zoe
Now-
Saldana is running away with that Oscar. No,
For sure.
nobody's
Now,
business.
I see
For
the
sure.
I see the next category is something that Luis knows nothing about. 'cause he's
Actually,
allergic to
I
cartoons
educated
and fun.
myself, bitch, and I watched every single fucking animated movie. And I made sure I watched every single goddamn one, bitch. You would not
We
know
watched them in a row, by the
when it
way.
comes to Oscars. You do not know the lengths
Journalism.
that I went through to watch this shit.
Bro, Luis died about this shit, bro. Luis is so
I-
serious when it comes to Oscar season.
He's
I
an
don't
industry
play.
player.
When it comes to anything else,
I'm an industry plant.
when it comes to anything else, we
don't
all
play.
on top
Luis
of
is
it.
the only industry
No,
plant without the
Oscar
backing.
season.
The only industry plant, not in the industry.
He's just the plant.
He's a plant.
He's
Just
I'm
the
just a plant.
He's an industry watcher.
Yeah, exactly. No, animated feature film. This actually is probably one of my favorite
Blow.
one of my favorite categories. Yeah. So nominees are a movie called Flow, beautiful, incredible film. Inside Out 2,
never heard of it.
not as good as the first one.
Made a fuckload
Pretty
of money.
good.
Memoir of a Snail,
Yes.
incredible movie. I bawled my eyes out. Then
Really?
Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Great, really good
I
movie.
love some Wallace. I love that
Aardman,
claymation.
yes, it's a
I don't
good
like
one.
Wallace,
Wait,
but I love Gromit.
wait.
Watch it, it's great.
Time
and then The Wild Robot.
They made a
is the
new
last
Wallace
one.
and
The Wild
Gromit
Robot.
when?
It's on Netflix. It's great.
Last year, dude.
What's on
I'm
Netflix?
about to be
Wallace and Gromit.
a new
Yeah,
Wallace and Gromit.
it's really good. I suggest it. So here's the thing.
Wild Robot Sweep.
Most people think Wild
Wild
Robot
Robot
is
sweep.
winning. Yes.
Inshallah.
I think Flow's winning
Yeah, probably.
because
Ain't
it's
never
nominated-
heard
listen,
of
a lot of buzz.
So listen, it's
We don't know
nominated.
them.
It's nominated for not only animated feature film but also best international feature. And for
And
an
it got a
animated
cat.
film to do that,
Oh.
and it's won a couple precursors. Wild Robot has won most of them, but I think Flow, due to the fact that the Academy is a lot more international, it's a lot more artsy, it's a lot more, as Izzy likes to say, pretentious. I feel like they're going to give it to Flow, which is made by a very small Latvian film, like a small Latvian filmmaking team.
Shout
So-
out Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, shout out Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So although I do think Wild Robot is a safe bet, I personally think Flow is going to win, but I think Memoir of a Snail should win because I think it's the best film out of all of them.
I think
Agreed.
number one choice I have for like a general audience type pick, just picking something colloquial everybody knows, Wild Robot.
Yes.
But for an underdog, I would say that is 1000% valid to win is Memoir of a Snail because that is actually a beautiful film.
You watched it?
Yes.
It's
That
incredible.
surprises me. Yeah.
It's awesome. It's beautiful.
Really
I was
Beautiful.
I was pleasantly
He was
surprised.
crying.
That's
He was crying.
incredible.
He was crying.
I was
He
having a
doesn't want
good
to
time,
admit
but it's also
He was
very
crying.
miserable. to
It's so
watch.
good. It's so good. It should win. It's too. It's not.
It's too.
It
It's
was
too
also
underground.
really
It doesn't
hard
have
to
the
watch.
claim. to
it's a
fame.
hard watch.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not
Yeah.
fun enough. So again,
It's
I
like
think,
listening to Meet the Grams. Amazing song, but
I think Flow's gonna win, and I think Memoir of a Snow should win. But
Dear Adonis, your father is
the Wild Robot's probably gonna win. Then we have the shorts. You can kind of fly through. Most people don't.
Honestly,
watch these, don't
don't
give a
even
shit.
mention him.
Okay. I'm gonna just tell you who I think is gonna win. Animated short film, who I think is gonna win. It's gonna be In the Shadow of the Cypress. Reason
Yeah, whatever
being,
that bullshit is.
it's relevant. It's about the conflict in the Middle East. Whatever. Next, and they're all kind of mid. Cinematography, we got The Brutalist, Joel Crawley, Dune Part 2, Greg Fraser, Emilia
Fraser,
Perez,
baby.
Maria Perez, Maria Edlac.
Long live the fighters.
Nosferatu, Jaron Blansky,
I wouldn't mind if that one.
who got
It's-
nominated for The Lighthouse. So he's a 2-time Oscar nominee. The Academy obviously likes him. He does great work.
Yeah.
Greg Fraser, previous Oscar winner for
Doom Part 2.
The Batman.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Also goated.
I think gonna win Greg Fraser for Doom Part 2. Should
Inshallah.
win Greg Fraser for Doom Part 2.
Inshallah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's gonna win and he should win. That movie
What about
looks
costume design?
That movie in IMAX, incredible.
beautiful. The
Changed
black
my
and
life,
white,
bro.
the black and white
Changed my life.
portion.
The Harkonnen land.
I've never
Dude.
watched a
So-
movie 3 times in theaters until I saw Dune Part 2.
Yeah. I
Fucking
5.
incredible.
I clocked in
Bro.
5.
Damn, that's crazy.
When-
I'm
when I
jealous.
saw-
So
I'm
not
jealous.
when I
only is
saw-
the black
let me
and
tell you
white
something.
Hold on, let Grant hold up. Not
No,
only is
Graham,
the
go
black
ahead,
and
go
white-
ahead, go ahead. My
that
fault.
the hallway scene when it's Fade and what's her nuts?
What's her nuts?
Leia Seydoux.
Leia Seydoux.
Yes,
The French,
when
the croissant bitch.
they're walking through and like they're getting their
The
skin
gum
color.
jabbar.
Oh, yes.
Back to black and white. Dude,
It
it's,
looks incredible. It looks every shot of that film is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Nosferatu is too though.
Agreed. I think The Lighthouse is better. It's my
Yeah.
least favorite Robert
Okay.
Eggers movies. I've said this, but
No,
I think
see,
Greg
Yeah.
Fraser's got it locked. I
what
think
Graham,
it's a
what Graham-
dub.
what Graham said about watching
Agreed.
it like 5-6 times, bro. I'm telling you, honestly, I need to
And we
change
move-
my pivot. I need to pivot from being a Top Gun glazer to a Dune glazer for
Yes.
real.
Yes,
I'd
you
respect
do.
you
Yes,
more.
I respect
I'd
you
respect
much
you
more.
more.
Please.
Yeah.
Now that I
I'm
think
far
about it,
more
I watched
artistic.
No,
I
genuinely.
watched
Performances,
Dune.
better visuals.
I am
I watched
asking you to
Dune,
never
less
say the words
propaganda.
Glen Powell ever again. I'm begging you,
Hey,
please.
He's from Texas. You know, like a good old Texas boy.
I'm that's my homie.
Yeah,
That's my
I
dog.
do. I get it.
Let me
but
tell you something. When I watched Dune First of all, I watched Dune more times than I watched Top Gun. Let me explain that real quick. I watched Dune 2 because, first of all, this film. Hold on, I gotta get a sip. I watched the first Dune and I was like, damn, this shit is so good. This shit is so good. I hope they make a second one soon. Lo and behold, the second one came out. Mind you, I haven't read the books.
Fuck that book.
Mind you, I'm not reading
the book
those
is
books
great.
too.
Fuck you. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
the book is great. I'm reading.
Don't
it.
got pictures. Can't be that great.
I listened to a Dune audiobook during the whole fucking
It's
whole
on
elbow
Spotify,
piece.
Premium.
I didn't even feel it.
Let me tell
That
you,
book heals.
Yeah.
the fact that Hans Zimmer is attached to this movie too.
The
Let me
fact
tell
Hans Zimmer
Hans
isn't
Zimmer-
nominated.
Yeah.
and
That's what I was
and
gonna say.
Ludwig Göransson. If you see those two names, Hans Zimmer and
Ludwig
Evo
mid.
Graham on a soundtrack, you
Ludwig
already know
von
it's
Graham.
goated.
Ludwig
Von Graham.
Grahamson. But yeah, so I think the deserved winner is gonna win that. Then we got costume design. Whatever. Look, Gladiator 2 pity nomination in costume design. Get it out the fuck. It's a complete unknown. Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, Wicked. I think it's gonna go
Ridley
to
Scott
Conclave.
should be killed.
Hey, hold
I
on.
think it's gonna go to
Why
Conclave.
the fuck is complete unknown on there? Them niggas just wearing
No,
t-shirts. and
You didn't
polos.
see what he was wearing?
He had that shit on, bro.
He was
had that shit on.
ah.
I literally texted
Is
him
it a
out
good
loud.
movie?
Yes.
It's a good.
Yes,
it's a
it's
great
a good-
movie.
It's great.
It's a
yeah.
great movie.
It's like it's a vibes movie for sure.
It's fun as
I
fuck,
say.
dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna
A
be
vibe
If you
vibing.
love
movie,
music,
it's a good
if you
time.
love music,
Graham,
you'll love this
pop an
film.
edible, you will be fine.
Nah,
less.
get drunk.
Yeah, I watched it sober.
Or,
And I had
yeah,
a great
or
time. It's
both.
awesome. I think Conclave's gonna win, just because I think the cost. That's just very. I don't know.
Nah,
I just feel like Conclave's
Bunch of
got it.
dresses.
Wicked.
You know what should win?
Wicked.
Nosferatu. Fuck
Yeah.
Wicked.
Nosferatu could
Nosferatu
work.
had great fucking costume.
Yeah, and it's a
Lily
period
Rose's
piece.
Depp's like bodice and that like halo dress that she had.
Yeah.
That alone
Incredible.
beats everything
Well,
that
it's
fucking Conclave had.
him. Orlok
Conclave
is
had
insane.
a bunch of
Yeah,
fucking
Orlok
dresses
looks in-
for dudes.
You're talking me into it. I mean, I
think it should be
might be
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
I
Yeah.
think so
I
too.
think it's
I think
Okay.
so too.
Okay.
Because just that picture of its white
You
background is
see Aaron
Orlok.
Taylor Johnson
when he's
the way
got
his
his-
shoulders were like were like
Just like me,
highlighted.
bro.
What are you
Ah.
saying, Graham?
Yeah.
That back.
Yeah, and it just shows like an after Orlok, after like all his makeup and stuff, and it's like zooms in, it's all up close, and it's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Kirk Lock.
But it's
That's
it's
so
Yeah.
good.
You're right. You're right.
Go off,
Y'all
dude.
talking me into it. I think it'll be Conclave. I'm probably wrong. It could be Nosferatu.
it
This might
should
be
be
where they'll
Nosferatu.
show it. This might be where they'll show it some love.
This is where they're
I
showing
think-
their ass.
I think it should be Nosferatu too. I think in my official predictions, I think that's
Yeah.
what I put. Then we got directing. Here we go. Nominees: Sean Baker for Honora, Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, James Mangold for Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Jacques Audiard, and Coralie Farjat for The Substance. I think it's gonna be Sean Baker for
It
Honora.
will be.
It should
okay
be
with it.
Brady Corbet for The Brutalist.
I'm more okay with that.
Sean Baker, indie filmmaker, has been making movies for a long time. Made Red Rocket, made The Florida Project, made
Conservative.
Tangerine. He's kind of a libertarian. His political beliefs aside, he's an incredible filmmaker, and this is the
He's
first
a
time.
what?
He's kind of a pedophile.
He's talented. He's very
What?
talented.
That's what libertarians are. That's what libertarians are. But anyways,
Get him out of here.
I'm joking.
Get that nigga out of there.
But this is like
Out
the
of
first.
there.
He's the first American to win the
Throw
Palme
him in the
d'Or
trash.
at Cannes in like decades. So he's like, this is the first film of his that's gotten like awards recognition. Hollywood loves him. He's an
Yeah.
indie filmmaker. It's like
Because his last movie, Red Rocket,
incredible.
people loved, but it didn't get shit.
It didn't get shit. Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck about it.
No.
And I think it was just such a like interesting flip to see because people love.
Yeah,
love,
exactly.
love
So I
more.
feel like they're making up. It's a body of work kind of thing. They're like, we love everything you do. For some reason, you've never been nominated. Here you go, get it. So I think he's going to win director. I think it should be
Brady
Corbet,
for
just because
sure.
that film is incredible and it is a
The
feat.
performances he gets out of those people,
Mhm. And just
even out
everything
of the
about it.
Rhino,
I know. Yeah. The motherfucker from Craven who played the rhinos in The Brutalist, he's incredible.
he's
But everything
so good.
from the
Really?
staging to
Yeah.
the cinematography to how it's shot to how it's acted to Brady Corbet was in his
It's a
motherfucking
masterwork.
bag.
It's a masterwork.
I think it's an American classic, and it is damn near a
Aside
masterpiece.
from that last fuck ass epilogue,
The pro Zionist shit.
incredible movie.
But we'll talk about that later. I explained
Yeah,
to you why I think
it's a different topic.
Yeah, it's a different topic. But I think it's going to be Sean Baker. Documentary feature film. Look,
Don't
I'll
care.
just run through them. Black
Don't
Box
care.
Diaries. Black Box Diaries, No Other Land, Porcelain War soundtrack.
No Other
Coup d'etat.
Land.
Sugar Can, No Other Land is going to win.
It better
I think
win.
should win. It's about the Israel-Palestine conflict.
Not even
And
it is. It's about. Hold on.
the genocide in Gaza.
We gotta get mad political. It's not even political. It's about being a decent fucking person.
Okay, yeah, I'm with it.
The Palestinian conflict. They are standing up for what is right and for their sovereignty
To survive,
and the
dog.
oppressive regime trying to
the apartheid state
colonize their land and colonize their homeland. Man, look here, bro. I better be aware. That's all I gotta say.
But just
I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm saying enough with my eyes alone.
An interesting wrinkle that I will say is that Gal Gadot is supposed to be presenting this
good
award.
Bitch.
We know pro-Israel, pro-IDF.
She trash as fuck.
Fuck that bitch. But here's the thing. I wonder if when Jonathan Glazer won Best International Feature last year, or I think what did he win? Best International or Best Director?
Best
International Feature. He gave a pro-Palestinian
Fuck that. He
speech.
gave a pro-humanity
speech.
He got shit for it.
Sure.
He's
and he got
GOAT.
shit for it.
Big Blaze.
Being a Jewish man who gave a pro-Palestinian, pro-Gaza speech at the Oscars.
Anti-genocide speech is what he gave.
Yeah, essentially.
He got shit on for it.
But he got shit on as a Jewish man. I'm very curious.
Big Glaze.
No Other Land is incredibly controversial. It hasn't picked up American distribution due to its subject matter. But
watch it though.
But because of how international the Academy is, I think they will want to make a statement and be like, hey, this is kind of bad. Maybe we shouldn't do this and pick it to win. If that's the case, I'm very interested to see how Gal Gadot handing the award will go, her being on stage, and how the speech given by the filmmakers. Yeah, exactly. And how the speech given by the filmmakers.
This is how it's gonna go, bro.
Will be received. So I think of all the what's it called? The categories. This is the most interesting, just because of like the weight that it carries and kind of like the political, the conversation.
I think it's one of the most, if not the most important award of the night.
Agreed. 1000%.
A lot of this is just like, hey, oh, look how good this movie was. Can I
yeah.
Whatever. That's all it is. But this is a very
documentary tends to
it's a very important, it is a very timely, and it's a very necessary award.
And look,
I think that can be said for, like you said, documentaries every year.
Yeah, and all these films are incredible. Black Box Diaries is about basically a thriller about a woman investigating her own abuse, is it rape, her own rape
case,
her own rape case. No Other Land about the genocide in Gaza. Porcelain Wars about Ukrainian artists in the aftermath of the Russian-Ukrainian war. Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat is an incredible film about basically the CIA's involvement in coup d'etat in Africa. I forgot exactly the first African country. I know, but the first African country to get independence from its colonizers. And then Sugarcane is about these reform schools in the United States in which Native Americans were forced to go to, and a lot of them were abused sexually, physically, emotionally, and even murdered throughout the decades. And it's like an investigation about that and people's personal. So all these films are incredible, but I think just due to like the current political climate, No Other Land is 1000% the winner. We'll go through documentary short film again. Death by Numbers, about a school shooter survivor confronting her school shooter at his trial. Then I Am Ready, Warden. It's about the death penalty in Texas. Incident. It is about a police shooting of an innocent black man who had a permit and to carry a gun and was shot on the streets and was shot on the streets of Chicago. And it's filmed.
It's told through a lot of security footage,
body cam and security camera footage. It's incredibly harrowing and powerful. Instruments to Have a Beating Heart. It's kind of lighthearted, a little bit sad. It's about kids in Japan learning to play instruments for their school. Like, it's cute and it's really good. And the only girl in the orchestra is the most traditional kind of thing. Should win, I think what's going to win is Death by Numbers, the school shooter one.
Yeah.
Just because obviously.
Sadly, it's always relevant.
Yes, always relevant. I just think due to
Always
the fact
timely.
that what's going on in the United States is just so incredibly timely. Should win is in Incident, the cop one, also incredibly timely. But I think it's a little too harrowing, and people are gonna be too.
It's a hard watch.
You're watching a man get murdered in real time on screen,
and it's on repeat, and then on repeat, and then it happens again. Then it happens
it's
again.
so harrowing. I don't think
it's a difficult thing to watch.
It's a difficult watch. So I think it'll be Death by Numbers, which is super important, but should win Incident. Editing, whatever, we can skip through that. Sean Baker, I think Honora is going to win. He edits his own films.
What about visual effects?
We'll go to visual effects.
We need to talk about my favorite one next.
Hold up, and then we'll go back up. Visual effects. Okay, so here's the nominees. Alien Romulus. Better Man.
Fire.
Great.
Doom Part 2. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Sneak.
No.
And then Wicked. Also Sneak.
What do you mean no for Planet? Planet's like
bro. Come
okay, no. Let me be very, very clear. I think it's an accomplishment. I think it looks great, but let's be clear, it's been done 3 times before this.
And better.
It is not groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And it is not as good as the previous works in that series.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2, however, fucking incredible.
Yeah,
and it looks beautiful.
Yep.
And it's got a great team behind it. And they're nominated for so few awards this year, which is a crime. I think they deserve it.
The people love go for it, Graham.
I was gonna say I just hope that the few nominations that they got, like a Lights of Fire under Denis' ass, and it's like I'm gonna make Messiah.
He's gonna win everything for Dune Messiah. They're gonna do
the
Lord of the Rings.
This isn't on Denis.
No, they're gonna do the Lord of the Rings thing. They're gonna give it to the third movie in the trilogy. They know a third one's coming, so they're not gonna give him Best Picture. They're not gonna give him Best Director. They're gonna wait until the third one comes out. He's gonna win Best Picture, Best Director. He's gonna win Best Editing. He's gonna win everything. But I feel like in the meantime, they're gonna give him all the below the line categories. He's gonna win, I think, visual effects, and I think it should. Romulus, I think
Romulus is right. I think Romulus is there because
I think AZ,
all their shit's
AZ
practical.
has a little point he wanted to make. I think he agrees. I think he's going for Romulus.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a good second place to Dune. If Dune doesn't win, it should be Romulus.
Yes.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
cool with
I like that.
And I think Better Man has better monkey fucking CGI mocap than fucking Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes does.
Interesting.
His name is Sebastian Stan, and it's not his fault.
That's not the Sebastian Stan movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's a different man. Not better.
He's playing a different man.
He's playing a
different guy.
That's the Robbie Williams.
A lot of fucking movies.
No, but I think it'll be Dune Part 2. I think it should be Dune Part 2. But Alien Romulus, like we said, is kind of up there. We can skip all this other, like the shorts, production design, all that kind of bullshit.
But what we won't skip
original score, dude.
Original score. We're not
original score.
Skipping.
Okay, we can do original score.
You know I love this.
Here's nominations: Brutalist, Daniel Bloomberg, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, Wild Robot, Brutalist.
So let's immediately clear out Emilia Perez.
Dog shit.
It's dog shit. It's not even the score is it's whatever. Wicked, lame.
Wait,
cool.
But here's the thing: how Wicked is nominated as original score, even though it's based on a musical. When it's based on a musical, but Dune Part 2 is not because Hans used too much of his same music from Dune 1.
Because he wanted a feeling of continuance through his fucking movies. Yeah, fuck you.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
the Academy.
The
Academy is a joke.
Wild Robot. I'm not nominating that child's bullshit. It should be fucking Brutalist. The way it like. You feel that shit in your fucking chest as soon as you see the shaky cam of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
the feeling it gives you, bro. Nah, dude, you can't compare it to anything else on this fucking list.
The Brutalist does this thing where it's like the score is a part of like is a character in the film, right? It does like it's incredible. All right, we'll go to the big ones just to like start wrapping this up. We will skip all the little kind of visual. Who gives a fuck? Writing. We'll do writing. Adapted screenplay, writing, original screenplay, and then best picture. So we have writing, adapted screenplay, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, Sing Sing. I think writing for adapted screenplay is going to be Conclave. It's based on a book.
It's got a lot of love.
and I think this is their way to award it because
I
it's
think
not
it's the
winning Best
strongest.
Picture.
Also,
Yeah,
just in
it's also
general in this group.
Nickel Boy's also an adaptation
What
of,
is
of
so
a book.
good?
What is what?
Nickel Boys.
It's a so remember that documentary I talked about? It's about reform schools that happened all throughout the United States, but it involved black people before,
Gotcha.
and it's incredible. It's a great
Yeah.
movie, but it's too little seen. It's not
It
popular
was
enough.
really fucking
Yeah.
hard to see.
It's really hard to see, and it's so I think but Conclave has a lot of love. I think it's kind of like the most traditional, most down the middle. I think it's gonna win. I should win. I put Nickel Boys, but Conclave's gonna win. Then we have original screenplay, Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5, and The Substance. I think they're gonna give it to Sean Baker because
Hopefully.
I think it's gonna be an Honora sweep. And then I put should win. I think is Honora. I do think it is the best written movie. I really like that movie. And I like the script.
I think looking at original screenplay, I haven't seen Honora. I have no frame of reference.
I don't blame you. It was hard to watch.
It's great
for what it's about. But The Substance, it just has a certain vibe.
This would be a cool. This would be a cool. If the Academy was cool and hip,
yeah,
and like that, they would award The Substance for best original screenplay.
Very few things have like this prestige quality of horror while also capturing like a grindhouse aspect.
Yeah.
That The Substance has that not
It's
a lot
got a great
of horror
duality to it.
Has that certain dual camp to it, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that energy is not elevated just solely within the cinematography or like the set dressing, costume design of like the 70s/80s nostalgic era, right? It has that. I feel like what really put that first step for them to take that there was the screenplay, the writing,
Agreed.
and I feel like it's just so.
No, I agree. It's like I'm telling you.
I gotta give that one.
If the Academy was cool, they would award The Substance best original screenplay. But I think it's so rare for genre movies to get nominated at the Oscars that I think they're just gonna be like, hey, take your best director, take your best actors, and take your best original screenplay nominations and call it a dub. They're like, this is already more than you should have gotten.
Hell, the fucking what was it? I think it wasn't until about maybe like Infinity War that Marvel got a nomination, right?
Black Panther got nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. Was it until that?
And then won for Best Score, no?
Angela Bassett got robbed for.
Yeah, Angela Bassett should have won for Wakanda Forever. If we're being dead honest about it. So it's rare for genre movies.
No.
She did get robbed.
It should have been Stephanie Shu.
No. Yeah, it should have been Stephanie Shu. Yeah.
Fuck. What's that
from that
name?
movie?
Jamie.
From that movie, it should have been her, not Jamie Lee Curtis, bitch ass.
Yeah, fuck Jamie Lee Curtis.
But and then we got one more thing to which is Best Picture. We just got Honora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Doom Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked.
Everybody on say what's the best picture?
Fosse,
3,
it's
1, 2, 3.
Dude, The Brutalist.
That was very late.
This guy.
Dune.
I know.
Again, the best.
We've already discussed though. They're not going to give it to Denis. They're going to wait for Messiah, and then he's going to win Best Picture. It's fine.
Who the fuck is we?
The Academy, but I think
Luis is the Academy.
I'm the Academy. Yeah. Remember the non-industry plan. I think what's going to win is Honora, but that's just because I'm on this Honora is going to sweep kind of train. So I think Honora's going to win Best Picture. I think in an ideal world, the Dune Part 2 would win. It's too genre. It would never win. So I think in my opinion, The Brutalist should win, but it's gonna be Honora. And in the real world, where motherfuckers who actually watch, everyday people who watch movies, it should win. It should be Dune Part 2, but it's not. It's not gonna. Yeah. So
because these pretentious button-up fucks don't step outside,
exactly.
go to a goddamn $2 Tuesday
Dune
theater.
Part 1, who doesn't know shit about Dune. And I was like, I'm going to the movies. You want to come? What are we watching? Dune Part 2. What's that? Shut the fuck up. Listen. He watched it. He loved it. If you're just not a fucking snob about this movie, you'll realize it's the best fucking movie that came out last year.
I genuinely thought
the second best movie that came out last year that was nominated? Challengers.
Luca snubbed again.
Luca snubbed again.
Luca, I'm so
Its
sorry. King.
competition was Madam Web, respectfully.
Whose competition?
All these
Exactly.
pictures,
All these movies.
all these
There was-
pictures.
All these movies.
There's
Yeah,
there was a lot of dog shit last year. I wouldn't necessarily be the
Yeah,
most.
and Challengers was not one of them. But
Yeah,
anyways,
nowhere near.
Challengers
That's just
was-
a basic
was the
rundown
one.
of what I think.
Yeah.
Matthew,
Honestly,
that looked delicious.
this is one of the most like unpredictable years of like the last couple of years. So I could probably be completely wrong and totally miss on all of these. But I
I'm
think
let's do a check-in this week and see like which.
oh yeah,
one,
how much how much I did.
How many you got right?
I'll post on my Instagram, and I guess we can post on the Twitter and stuff too, to just to
Yeah.
see. Here's Luis's
and,
picks for.
and pick all of them too.
Yeah, I
Like,
do.
you know,
I will.
We
I will.
skipped a few of them that are just kind of meh.
Oh yeah.
But-
But I'll do all of them, and then we'll see how many out of the 23 categories I get right. And if I was complete, last year I got 21 out of 23.
Hell yeah,
That's
So
fucking
that's,
incredible.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Nine
That's great.
industry plant. He
Exactly.
knows.
put me
Yeah,
in,
he
put
is
me
the
in,
plan.
coach. I'm ready. I do
Luis
this
got
shit.
that vision.
I do this
Luis
shit.
got that
Put me
He
in,
does it
put
for
me in.
free.
I do it for free.
Do the
Literally.
hit him with the.
Wait,
You heard of the Academy? Nah, he's the dean.
I'm the dean.
Oh my
The
god.
dean.
But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. That wraps another episode of Cinestro Core. Please be sure to like, subscribe, listen to us on all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever the fuck you listen to us to. Leave us a nice 5 motherfucking star rating. Follow us on the Cinestro Core on all social media platforms. Like AZ said, we're in a legal battle to get that Sinestro corpse and we will get it. Our lawyers are working hard and tirelessly. We hired
Frank
the
is on
motherfucker
it.
that let OJ walk free. So you know
We-
we're winning.
Yeah, Johnny
we got
Cochran.
Jay Odima or whatever his name is.
Kardashian?
Rob Kardashian,
Kardashian
Rob
is the
Kardashian
first.
Senior, who's dead.
Yeah.
We
From
brought him
beyond
back.
the grave, from beyond the
Yeah,
grave
yeah,
with
yeah,
a Ouija board. He's doing it. But follow us on all platforms, and also make sure to follow the motherfuckers. No, sorry, follow our boys over at Backstage OL. They'll keep you guys posted on all things Hollywood. They got you on trailers. They got you on scoops. They got you on articles. They got you on all the latest and greatest stuff at Backstage OL. Shout out to our boy David. Shout out to everyone at Backstage OL for keeping us informed. And also follow the great Tari Singo on all platforms: YouTube, Twitch,
Above average.
Twitter, Instagram. That boy be cooking.
Not what I heard.
He's awesome. Great content creator. Just follow our boy. Show him a lot of love at twitch.tv/Tari Singo. And that wraps up another episode of the Sinestro Core. See you guys next week.
See ya.